jeez. Oh, jeez.
Tough one for us. Obviously a quality opponent that's going to win a lot of games in the Pac-12 this year. A program we have much respect for. They play great. They finally got they finally got going from three, and then in the first half we didn't play our best defense by a long stretch. They shot 54% from the field in the first half. As the game went on, I think our guys settled in, started playing a little bit better. And they kind of returned kind of who they've been, a team that doesn't shoot the ball well. They're 1 for 8 in the second half from three. But they also did what they do a great job of in the second half, and that's offensive rebound. They got some big ones as the game went on. We did a good job on the glass in the first half, but a lot of that was probably because they were making shots. There wasn't a lot of offensive rebounds to be had because the ball was going through the net. And as the game went on, they kind of returned to form of a team that is kind of struggling to score, but they did a great job on the glass, and they deserve all the credit. They deserve the credit. Great job by the Huskies.
Thanks, Coach. We've got about 6 people on our WebEx meeting. Let's start with Marcus Washington. Marcus, any questions for Coach or our student athlete?
Hey, Coach, what did you think was the struggle with the turnovers again, especially with the live ball turnovers today?
A different challenge, but same result. We've struggled against every type of team. Kind of, Stony Brook's a half-court team. Maryland's kind of half pressure. JMU was a lot of pressure. Washington was an aggressive 2-3 zone that we haven't seen. It's a very unique zone because of how high the wings are, and it was just some unfortunate turnovers. Some late. Some were, their pressure. Some were in the half court. We're trying to deliver cross court passes 50 feet, which we don't, are not ideal. We got to keep getting better at it. It is becoming Achilles heel. In our 2 scrimmages our 2 secret scrimmages, we had 6 and 7 turnovers in both of those games. And we work on ball security and sureness every day to start every practice. I thought it would be a strength of ours, but it hasn't been, and we'll keep getting better at it as we go on. You can't compete. You can't compete for championships unless you eliminate losing. That's turnovers. That's offensive rebounds. That's allowing the ball to get in the paint. And we had the triumphant of all 3 of those, the trilogy of all 3 of those things, 36 points in the paint. They got very timely offensive rebounds in the second half. And we hit our mark with 14 turnovers.
And Xavier only had 11 minutes tonight. Where do you think his struggle was?
I didn't hear who's the his.
Xavier Johnson.
Xavier was a little bit under the weather today. He had a head cold or something chest cold. He was under the weather at last night, and this morning we did some stuff with medical to help him get better. He thought he was better, but he wasn't himself. And but he tried. He tried to fight and battle through it, but he just wasn't himself.
Thank you, Coach.
Jeffrey, any questions?
None. Thanks.
Trammell? David?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If you can hear me okay. Coach, just away from the X's and O's, just sort of talk about this stretch from a logistical standpoint, playing at Maryland, playing at JMU, and then going all the way to South Dakota. What has that been like from a logistical standpoint and for you as a first-year coach?
Yeah, it's been fun. Something I didn't say in my opening statement, I should have. I take full responsibility for this loss. Obviously, everything rises and falls on leadership. Obviously, not having the guys ready from the get. But late in the game, we forced a missed shot, and it was offensive rebound. And I thought the ball hit the rim. And the clock reset. And I thought it was I thought we were out of time. So I told Deshaun to foul, which not only gave him his fifth, but it was only 7 seconds on the shot clock. So I took complete. It was a mistake. It turned out to be an air ball. It got popped up in the air. I thought it hit the rim. It didn't. That's on me. But about the stretch, we knew coming into it would be challenging. If I were a player like these guys, I'd rather be playing games than practicing. We just got to dig in. We got to dig in for these last two games, and then our schedule gets more normal with 2 games a week instead of we're playing a lot of games. Our first 8 games were from November 9th to November 23rd. So that's a lot of games in a short period of time. But I think we're built for it. We're going to continue to build this program and this team, and we're going to keep getting better.
Just lastly for me, you're a high energy guy. You've already said you'll be in the dorm during finals, and it's a long season. Do you think that stretch where you only play 2 games in 20 days will kind of make things a little bit normal?
Let's hope we go back home with a respectable record. 2 more opportunities here, and our guys get to get some rest, and we get to get some practice. It's things we have to get better at, different lineups. Really establishing our culture, the way we want to play. I felt like we were getting there, but it's just to become a team that does it night in and night out takes some work.
All right, thank you.
Marcus or David, anything for DeVon Cooper?
No, thank you.
I guess just the same thing. This stretch, you've played a nationally ranked team, you played on the road, you're going to South Dakota. Just how do you feel like the team has handled that from a logistical standpoint?
It's been tough just playing all these games. Of course, it's something we want to do. We rather play and play games, but we just got to get better every day. Come in, and tomorrow we just got to focus on the next game.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right. We've got Coach Mike Hopkins and PJ Fuller with us. Coach, if you want to start off with a statement, and then we'll take some questions from our audience.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm really proud of our team. We beat a really good basketball team tonight. After watching video of George Mason, they got a great coach. They went down and beat Maryland at Maryland. They were a team to be reckoned with, hitting threes, which is one of those things where, you're always afraid of. But our guys really battled. In the first half, we defended the three well. In the second half, we didn't, but we made our foul shots. And it was a tough ending, but I was really proud of how we ended the game. This guy right here was tremendous, and I'm just really proud of our team.
Let's take questions for PJ Fuller before we get to Coach. David, Percy, Marcus.
Yeah, I'll have a question for him. Hey, look, after those first couple threes went in, just how large did the basket look? Because it seemed like you were able to set up a lot of your other moves after you hit those couple of deep ones.
I wouldn't say the basket got large. I would just say my teammates did a great job of putting me in the right positions to score the ball, and the way the offense was set up, I just kept finding the open spots, and my teammates kept finding me. Yeah.
Hey, I was just wondering if you could talk about just. Sorry about the feedback, but I was just wondering if you could talk about just how well that zone defense was playing in that first half and just limiting their perimeter game.
Can you repeat that question?
Sure. Just how well your defense was playing in that first half, especially the zone, to shut down their threes.
Is that for me or PJ?
For PJ.
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Coach can answer it.
Yes, okay, I'm going to answer it for you, PJ. These guys have worked really hard. It's hard to play a couple different defenses. But I thought, really executed the game plan well. They were really aware of the shooters. This team was making close to 12 threes a game. The awareness of our guards and our forwards. We broke down a couple times, but we always made up for it. And the activity of PJ, Terrell, DeVon, Jamal, that's Emmett. Those are the keys. And we did a really good job, especially in the first half.
And for either Coach
any other
or
questions for
PJ?
Coach?
For either the Coach or for PJ, was like this the best game you guys have played this season?
Yeah, I would say it is. We shared the ball really well, and that's what we've been trying to do over these past couple games because we haven't been sharing the ball well enough. But I think we shared the ball really well, and that was a big part of our success. We played defense. We defended well. We just kind of stayed disciplined and followed the defensive schemes, the offensive schemes that Coach was telling us, and we played I would say not complete 40 minutes, but because we made some mistakes, but those were lessons. But I would say this is the best game we've played together.
Best offensive game for sure.
Yeah.
15 assists, made 48% from the field, 30 from the three-point line, and 75% from the foul line, making the last 19 of 21 free throws. And when the game was on the line, I mean, it was like they were having a layup practice. They were confident, and it's a lot of fun. And it's hard to win college basketball games, and we beat a really good team tonight. And so yes, best game.
And then just to like that there, when
any other questions for
the line again, you guys went to Terrell. Just how good is he in those clutch moments?
He's incredible. He's one of the best bucket getters I've ever played with. He's very poised. His IQ level is through the roof. He's like just a very intelligent basketball player. He knows what he's doing. He's experienced. He's a veteran. He's kind of leading us along with Nate, Jamal, and I mean everybody else is doing their role, like stepping up, leading, doing what they need to do. But Terrell, he lives for those moments for sure. That's what he does.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Anything else for Coach or PJ?
Hi, Coach. I have a question. When you guys go on these tournaments out of town, what can you learn about your team as far as chemistry and building camaraderie, and what can you find out about them?
I've learned that we've got a really good Uno players. They're first team All-American. If we play against any team in America, we are winning in Uno. I can tell you that.
That's true.
But you know, when you see the guys, we were walking to the bus for pregame, and 8 players or 6, whatever it was, we were sitting there playing Uno, and you just see the camaraderie, and you know, at meals, and guys laughing and just enjoying each other, and you know, it's your family, and these guys are really, really close. And tonight we played for each other. We played for something bigger than ourselves. We found ways to win, and that's how you grow and get better. And our mantra has always been DMGB, doesn't matter, get better. You win by 1, doesn't matter, get better. You win by 10, doesn't matter, you get better. You lose by 1, doesn't matter, get better. And if we can focus on that, we're going to keep getting better at every game with this group, and hopefully reach our potential. And I think that right now is limitless.
Thanks.
Hey, is it almost easier for the guys who came home to Seattle to play that road game as opposed to, you know, just the pressure that was on them when they were at home in front of their family and friends?
You know what? It's, you know, could you imagine being at a different place for 3 or 4 years and you decide that you want to come home? You know, there is, and, you know, these guys are really good players. They just have to relax, have fun with each other, and being able to get on the road and being away is, I think, a great learning experience. But trust me, these guys will play great at home too. they're learning each other, and you know, you see the ball go in, you win a couple games, you get some confidence, you see what it takes, you see how to close games. That's what this experience does for us. And you know, having this opportunity to play against really good basketball teams in a great college basketball environment during the holidays is something that's really going to benefit us moving forward.
Awesome, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, PJ. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Look at this guy. Are you kidding me? Look at don't go muscles. Muscles marinara.
Again, for everyone online, this press conference will be uploaded very shortly to the Pentagon YouTube channel, and we will see you tomorrow.